Hi, everybody. Yes, I started patching using the X39 6 months ago, and I honestly had no idea what this was going to do for my body and my life. Things have dramatically changed. It's absolutely wild, and also of that of my family. A little bit of background on me. I was a registered nurse for 26 years. I've always loved health and wellness and helping people in that area. But the truth is, I really struggled to enjoy my life the last 16 years because I stopped sleeping and I developed a really significant chronic health condition. I had adrenal fatigue, brain fog, thyroid issues, gut issues, chronic back pain. I was depressed. It was very, very stressful. So when I look, that all led me towards natural therapies, which I absolutely love, and I tried a million things, honestly, and so many therapies and practitioners. And when I discovered these patches, I absolutely could not believe what they did. In 1 month, I started sleeping. I came off 50 milligrams of melatonin. I had energy. My perimenopausal symptoms changed. I just basically have developed a completely different body and life over the last 6 months. It is absolutely mind-blowing. I have been given my life back. I wasn't able to work, even doing simple things. I wasn't able to even show up as a wife and a mother and just live a normal life 6 months ago. And now I'm completely following my dreams and just, I'm actually living, which is incredible. So I'm so passionate about this technology. I've never seen anything create results like this for people in health. Never. And so I have been patching people, family, friends, and, just people that are close in my life and also some strangers over the last 5 months. And it's incredible, honestly. So, yeah, it's been a complete game changer. And now I'm going to hand you over to Vanessa and Andrew, who are our incredible mentors and leaders in our team.
Thanks so much. This is a joy. I agree. I think it's
Absolutely.
the like-minded people that come around mission like this that is pretty incredible. So to think we're on a call right now and there's friends in Paris that are on
Yeah. Which is my
for
favorite city in the world. I've been like
wow.
30 times. Love it.
It's such a joy. And then, of course, here in
Yeah.
Australia too. So we're just going to do about a 15-minute presentation. And if you're watching this later on YouTube, just feel free to 1.25 exit or 1.5 exit. And we're just going to talk about this particular product called the X39. And it was the same for us a year and 14 months ago. If you're seeing this, it's currently March, nearly April 2025. And we're talking about a small little patch that looks like this, that you take the back off it. And basically it can feel and look like a band-aid. It is simple as that. As simple as that to patch. So we had a phone call from Andrew's best mate as we landed back in Australia after living in Montreal, Quebec for 8 years, in Florida for a year. A real reset to our own life, coming back to take care of loved ones that were aging. And this has come into our life. So with aging parents and beautiful young adult teenage girls, this patch has, will weave the stories through, but it's changed and impacted so many of our lives.
Absolutely. Became a real blessing for us. And when at first we're Australians, so we can be a little bit more cynical than others. And I'm like, my friend called me, he said, "Have you been patched?" And I'm like, "What are you talking about?" And he goes, "This patch," he's 10 years older than me. So I'm 50 this year. He's actually 60 this year. He said, "Hey, I needed more energy." And my friend said, like, there's this patch gives you energy, but it's a stem cell regenerative technology. So he goes, I started using it and my energy went up. He goes, not that nervous energy, but that real healthy energy that I so needed. And then he goes, my hair started growing back thicker and even my natural color. I'm like, come on. And this is my friend of 25 years. So I trust him explicitly, my best friend. And I even was with him only a few days ago. And it's true, his hair's got over the last year thicker. His natural hair colors been coming through. It's amazing. And so many other great things. And so he said, look, just listen to a presentation like exactly what we're doing with you now, because we're curious people. We're always open to something that is beneficial and great and an opportunity. He said, you love people, you're an entrepreneur, and you love the wellness industry. So hear this out. And honestly, it's one of the best decisions I've ever made. 15 months in now, it's changed our life.
So we're talking about a technology where people will invest thousands and thousands of dollars in stem cell therapy. This instead is going to regenerate your own stem cells using light therapy. We'll talk about the science, but we love to say up front, we're talking about Australian dollars, around $5 a day. US, that's around $3.30 a day to have this technology on your body, which is incredibly affordable. And the second thing we love to say up front is the inventor chose the direct selling model. So the person to person, we got to meet someone who met Janine, who met Sunil and Tiffany. And this is literally across the world how this product is being distributed, because it just doesn't pause at gatekeepers that want to outcost it or keep it on shelves. And so it's in over 80 countries. So we love sharing that up front because we are so proud to be partnered in a model like that with a product like this in a company. So let's just have a quick look at what we're sharing about today and the technology. So we're just going to share our screen right now and just present to you briefly a little bit around this particular technology. And we love to say, have you been patched? And if you haven't, you're going to hear about it and get that patch as soon as you can onto you and so many of your loved ones. But the hero of this story is an inventor and a CEO.
I love this. David Schmidt is a CEO and an inventor. And what I like about this when it comes to a company like this is many times there's a CEO who comes up with a great idea but needs an inventor, or an inventor that creates something but needs a business person to be able to present it to the world. This guy's both. So that's a really unique point when it comes to this product and this company. He actually has just crossed over to over 200 patents. So this guy is serious about what he does. He's a scientist and an inventor, and he's really well known for age reversing. I'm not sure about you, but I could do with a bit of extra age reversing. I like that. In 2008, David focused in on stem cell research, which we're all hearing about now. And he took 10 years and $4.5 million to bring it to market. So he didn't just get this up and out there and throw it up in a couple of months. He took his time to make sure this was a product that was going to really help humanity. And we're so thankful for it.
So he had this technology 20 years ago on a lot of the military in the US when they couldn't see, they were Navy SEALs, couldn't see sun for like 6 months at a time.
That's right.
And so this really activated their own body's heat and light for their energy. Then he moved towards the Olympic athletes. And now in this current Olympics, we saw so many people with this technology because it's non-transdermal, doesn't go through the skin or blood barrier. It can be used by so many people, young and mature. But the patent says that there'll be an elevation of copper peptide, which is the peptide our body's missing to switch on our own body's dormant stem cells and wake them up. And it will improve energy and elevate antioxidants, and you'll see a lot more benefits. But we didn't know about stem cells.
Yeah, I didn't know the faster you age, the slower you heal. I've sort of seen that in my life, but I didn't really think about it. And of course, hundreds of millions of people are experiencing aging at the moment and symptoms of that. But here's one of the things I didn't know is at the age of 30, half of your stem cells have become inactive. And your stem cells don't just die, they just go to sleep. Yeah. By the age of 60, you're operating on around 5 to 10% of your stem cells. So this isn't just for the elderly. We had a 2-year-old, one of our brand partners, that had a growth on his one of her children, and a 2 years old had a growth on his throat and was blocking the airway and everything. She put a patch on that. Within weeks, that growth, because he's young, all his stem cells, there's a lot going there, but working with that, it was able to reduce that growth to almost nothing. So from 2-year-olds, right to 95-year-olds, 100-year-olds, this is helping everybody. And so stem cells are so important and we need them activated.
And so this is the X39 is known as a proprietary form of phototherapy, photolight therapy, another big word, photobiomodulation. You'll see that in all the information that you'll be shared. But it's basically minute little crystals, nanocrystal technology that is patented, and it uses your own body's heat and light to activate. So it is actually like a mirror. You pop that patch on, your heat and your light of your body kind of activate it, and it mirrors back a messaging system that wakes up or elevates those copper peptides. Nothing is going through your skin. This is not a patch with a chemical or an oil or a hormone or a nicotine in it. This is a non-transdermal patch using light therapy. There's no drugs or chemicals in it, and it's non-invasive, which means nothing is crossing that barrier except for light.
But we have to say that LifeWave is never intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease or medical condition. So even with all these amazing results, we can't promise anything, because what's on your body will be different to somebody else's. But the hundreds of thousands of testimonies that we're seeing, hearing, and experiencing is unbelievable. So benefits of X39, which is so important, is one, increased strength. I've spoken to 25-year-olds at the gym that are getting their best results that they've ever had, right to recently a 60 or 75-year-old lady. I'm only 50 this year, so definitely was convicting for me, that is in the gym every week and had her best results while being on X39. There's mental clarity, a lot of people's brain fog, ADHD, which I have and experienced, seeing such great results in that area. Reduced inflammation. I didn't know that most diseases and issues come from inflammation in the body. Restored muscle and skeletal conditions. We've seen that, a result with that with one of our daughters. Increased stamina, improvement of sleep. For me, I haven't slept properly for a good 20 years. And I was on a sleep apnea machine for 18 months. Poor Vanessa had to sleep next to Darth Vader most nights, was not the best. And with 3 months with being on this X39, I was able to take that mask off, and I've never looked back. I've slept through the night. I'm not tired when I wake up. I usually have that 3 p.m. slump. I don't have any of that anymore, and I'm sleeping like I never have. So we're hearing a lot of results like that. Energy and vitality, which is so important through different seasons of your life. We're seeing that, and improved skin appearance. We all love that. So what I love about this whole products is all about achieving optimal health, a state of complete physical, mental, and social well-being. And one of the testimonies that I've heard recently is a lady that over COVID, with high anxiety and social challenges, never left home for a year or two, had people deliver everything, couldn't leave her home. After being patched on the X39, she sent us this email, and we get good news stories every day from people. It's just unbelievable. She said, hey, I left my home for the first time in like a year or two, and starting to reintegrate into society. This is what it's doing for people, which is amazing.
So here's a brain scan of a 77-year-old woman. All the red is inflammation. And 6 weeks later, there's no more inflammation markers. And she's got all that light blue, which means her left and right brain are really connecting cognitively. But we want to always say this is not just in a 77. We know this in young ones. We know this in teenagers. And so when you can reduce inflammation throughout your body, incredible healing starts to take place. And here's the incredible things that we love to share about is as soon as you get this patch, the first day, about 4,000 of these genes begin to speak to one another again. That's why we don't promise that one day is going to see all the results you want, but one day there will be some waking up of what is happening. We've seen some incredible one patch wonder stories, but we do say that you have to think about this regeneratively, like 1 month per decade of your life. So if you're 50, think 5 months before all those stem cells are active again. Then they begin to go and they do deeper healing, like clusters, like a little army. And so, but at 6 weeks, your brain becomes balanced. At 3 months, there's collagen, not just in your skin, although that's amazing, but in every organ. So much beautiful freedom and movement happens for people. And then at 6 months, the data is telling us that around 6 months of using the X39, one patch a day, your heart is reversing about 8 years in cellular age for all of your organs,
Amazing.
including your heart.
Incredible.
So this is not just like keeping age away. This is age reversing so much in our body, which is so significant.
So how to wear X39? It's a really great question. Well, I actually believe, and I can say it because I'm a man, this was made for men. It's that simple. All you do, like Vanessa said, is it's a little bit stuck here. But where is it? Here it is. So this little patch, all it is every morning when I wake up, I take the little sticky thing off the back, put it on the back of my neck or under my belly button or anywhere where I have pain, and that's it. 12 hours on, 12 hours off. Then you throw it away because your body needs to rest in that next 12 hours. That's when you sleep is the best healing time for your body. And then repeat in the morning. Now, two things. One, if you've got extra pain that day or you hurt yourself, you can double patch. You can put a second patch on. But also drink plenty of water because that water is helping your body to flush all those toxins and all those old stem cells and everything out. So your body has the best chance to really work with this technology. And please use a good electrolyte or some good Celtic salt to activate that water so it's the healthiest water to work with this.
So we're going to just take the last few moments to just tell you about the credibility of LifeWave as a company and then how to purchase and why brand partnering is just such an honor for so many of us.
Yeah, so I love this. It's a 20-year-old company. So with so many like scams and things around these days, I love this company's been around for 20 years. You can't be around that long and doing the wrong thing. It's changing people's lives. It's open in now over 80 countries. So it's great. If you have friends in other countries, you can get it to them. This particular product, the X39, which is what I call the superstar patch of LifeWave, before this came around, this company globally was earning 20 million in profit US per year. As soon as this came to town and came to the market, they went from 20 million to 320 million. Imagine running a company of 20 million and then adding 300 million in 1 year. Then it went to 430 million and then 600 million last year. It's going to be $1 billion company this year. So,
and it can scale to it. It's got all the systems.
Absolutely. You'll be seeing over the next couple of years, people all walking around with this patch. It'll become a normal thing.
Yeah. So this company has just hit another award called the Bravo Award, the fastest growing direct selling company in the world right now because of the X39. It's the hero product of this whole entire company. But what we love most is the community. Again, as we started this conversation, all around the world, these are like-minded people that are looking for integrative ways to keep helping people heal their own bodies. And we want you to know that your body was designed to heal itself given the right conditions. And so it is the product that really is seeing this company scale. But what this product does is it awakens so many dreams in you, because if you can address your health, then often what happens is you begin to dream like you haven't dreamt about so many other areas of your life. What does RFK Jr. say? Everyone's got problems until they have a health problem, and then they only have one problem, right? And that's what we see is when health breakthrough happens, the dreamer awakens within, and all of a sudden these things that are really important can actually take front and center seat again.
Can I just say, this is extremely affordable. It's the price of a coffee, less than a coffee per day. Where I live, coffee's about $7 now. This is less than that every single day for your optimal health.
And the word that stands out most to us as we close out is the word hope. We've never in our whole 25 years of actually loving people, working with people, we've never seen hope so fast come to people, from Janine's testimony all the way through to people, thousands on our team. We are just literally, that word is what we wake up realizing people are getting with this gift. So from us and our family, just so much love to you and congratulations for tonight.
And excited for the future. And if you're listening to this, honestly, the faster you order, the quicker they can get these patches to you. And what it does on your body is going to be different to the person next to you. And the exciting thing is we wake up every day hearing people talk about the results they're getting. It is such
Yeah.
a wonderful thing to be a part of. So we're excited to hear your story when you start patching.